Hey everyone, this is Sulcer here. Just wanted to throw my ideas around with a quick little guide for how to play Giovanna in Strive. Um, and this is just mostly for beginners. Just if you don't know what you want to do with the character, this is sort of a beginner's guide for that, my idea of one. So first and foremost, what you want to do with this character is dash. Dashing is really good with Geo. She covers a lot of ground, builds meter with her dash, and it leads into some of her better normals. It lets you get stuff like stand K pretty easily, as well as getting stand close slash pretty easily. And these buttons are both really great. And generally, I think she's better as a grounded character. Um, Air stuff has been adjusted for this game compared to other Guilty Gears, as well as things like landing lag, which aren't usually in other fighting games, making aerial approaches more risky than grounded approaches generally. Obviously, if there's an opponent throwing fireballs, you'll still want to jump over them, stuff like that. But I think she's really scary on the ground, as you can see, like from right there. Stuff like that is connecting. So she really threatens a lot further space than it seems like she does, as long as she can get that dash out. Likewise, talking about our buttons, Stand K. It's an amazing button. Only very slightly -2 on block, so it's very good for pressuring. You can use it to go into something like a grab like that. Um, and also for them to punish you, because it's only -2, they'll generally have to commit to like a jab. Um, Usually like a read rather than a reaction. People can react to it though, if you just throw it out. So it's good to mix in other things besides the throw. Likewise, if you want to take your turn again, you can go into quarter circle back S. It is plus on block as well. On hit will give you a knockdown. And it can cross up, as you can see, from that distance. But if you're something like this, it won't cross up, so it's a mix-up as well. Is plus, so you get pressure again afterwards. Likewise, you can also end it in this, which is plus as well on block. So you get to keep your turn. And if you'd want something safe, though, both of these moves, obviously, that can be anti-aired, and that can be interrupted on the start, and probably 6-speed if the timing is right for the opponent. If you want something safe to end, you just go into quarter circle back kick. And the other thing that's really good about the kick is it is jump cancelable, even on block. And the jump cancel is good if you're close like this. You get a cross up. Now, obviously, it's not so plus on block that they have to hold that the whole time. But if they're just trying to, like, we can set the opponent right here. Counterattack settings and jab. And let's set him to block. All guard. See, we get pressure even if he tries to jab us, so it's good enough from jump canceling to do that. So Stand K can't overstate how good of a move it is. You should really be using this in your ground game. And as you see right there, it can even like push him out and make it where you can get something like that, but with a cross up. Obviously, I messed it up. Moving right along, I want to try to keep this as brief as I can. Another good button, her forward P. What's great about this move is on certain foes, like if Kai is pressuring you with his stand slash, that's the stab, or any opponent that's got a really far-reaching upper body move, it's upper body invulnerable, so you can actually go right through his move. So just to demonstrate that, we can set counterattack settings. Let's set them to, I might be able to at least show off. So something like, well, he's too close there. So see right there, I went through his sword and punished him even for it. So you can imagine if they're throwing that out from far away, you can dash in and get a nice punch from a good distance away. So again, forward P, it's really good for approaching enemies that are trying to zone you out with pokes. Really good for that. And you do get a little bit of a combo off of it. You can do that. Well, let me... Look, just trust me, you can do it. I want to keep this brief, so we're going to move on. Another amazing button is the close slash. This, like I think on most characters, close slash is plus. Again, very plus. You can see that it takes him a while to react out of it. Same thing for plus. We get to do stuff like that. We get a cross up on that. And this, as you can imagine, even more safe than doing K. They'd really have to know you're going for it. So it's good to mix in. Again, it's plus, so you can do some delayed stagger pressure, which you can also do with bar S. Well, if I actually delayed the pressure, something like that. It's very good. And again, it's also another good thing about close slash is it's going to lead into some of Geo's best combos. Just to show you something like, not going to be a combo video, but something like that, and that's just right off the top of my head. That's not even optimal. It's going to lead to her big damage for no meter. I know that was meter, but you could do something like, there you go, even more damage than the last time, and that was all with no meter. So again, close slash, really good move. And guess what? When you dash in, you probably are going to get close slash. So again, back to the dashing is great. Staying grounded is great. Close slash is great. It's also can anti-air. The timing on it's a little tricky, so I would recommend trying it and trying to get used to the timing for anti-airing with close slash. But just know if you need something reliable, something you really just want to hit, something like her DP obviously is pretty good. Crouch heavy slash is really good for anti-air, and of course 6P dedicated anti-air, naturally really good at anti-air. Moving on to and of course, yeah, you can cancel into that. You get a cross up. It's plus. You get to continue pressure. And same thing, it's plus. You can continue pressure if the opponent's blocking from close slash. Moving on to far slash. It's really good for poking. Again, same thing as the K, but get a little bit more damaging of a combo if you don't want to spend meter. Whereas the K, that'd be about the best thing you could get off of just K alone for combo wise. So it's really good to punish always if they do a move that's laggy and you want to punish it. Dash in, far slash, really good. And of course, it is good for pressure. Far slash, you can delay it just a bit and then go into the heavy on block, heavy slash. And if you delay it enough, if they're mashing, you'll get a counter hit. That's going to be fat damage. Moving on, jump K. You saw this. This is what I was crossing up with. So this is good from about this distance. Get a cross up. And she can combo off cross up like that. And if you got meter, oh well, if you got meter, you can make this do just a little bit more damage. And that's not even as optimal. I've got more optimal stuff, but again, this isn't really a combo video. It's just to give you ideas on how to play the character, at least from my perspective. So, jump K, good for cross-ups. For air-to-airs, I believe jump S is a really good air-to-air. You can combo with jump S to jump heavy slash. And depending on the hit, if it's a counter hit, or if you get them kind of close to the corner, you can generally get a dash in K. And from dash in K, you can do that because they'll be airborne. So it's a really good air-to-air. Really can't be understated how good of an air-to-air it is. And moving along with jumping buttons, jump heavy slash. Again, also good air-to-air. It knocks them slightly up. So again, especially on counter hit, you can get that dash in K and can get a combo off it. It's really good. I think, in my experience, I've been getting beat out with opponents like Kai doing a jump heavy slash if they do it before you. So I generally think it's better to do preemptively rather than trying to react or dashing in to try to meet them. I think it is not good for trying to trade air-to-air. But I do think it's good to do preemptively, and again, it'll knock them up if they're airborne and you can get a combo off it. And just something to know, this is her safe block string in her core circle back K. Your opponents are really checking you on the startup frames of this or anti-airing you out of this. and you just want to push them away and end with something safe on your block string. Quarter circle back K is your go-to. And just speaking about her anti-air move, it's not invulnerable. It's like a 7-ish frame startup, so it's kind of slow, but the saving grace is that its hurt box is way lower than it seems, so you can actually get away pretty good. It's almost like 6p levels of like you won't get hit with stuff that's like looks like it's hitting you. It is sort of an input, so I would say only do it if you're feeling comfortable. If you want something quick, something easy, 6p is always going to be there for you, and crouching heavy slash is again a pretty good button for anti-air purposes. As for her supers, I found that you generally just want to end with her grounded super if you're close to the wall. You'll generally do about as much damage, whereas if you'd spent the same amount of meter doing a Roman cancel, assuming you get a wall break, and you get Oki, because they'll be grounded, you can see he was even still knocked down, so I even did that too early. And as another button, crouching slash is really good. Again, same thing with this. Again, she's a grounded monster, I'm telling you. That's really good. That's like a surprise low from that far away. If they're not blocking low, it'll catch them, and you get a combo off it. It's good. But this heavy slash super, again, generally, if you do something like, you know, something where you won't get a bunch of damage, like comboing with her far slash, like you could get that, 105, whatever, or you could get something like this, and it'll end up doing 206, which is pretty optimal, even if you ended with like an optimal-ish combo with Roman cancel. You'll probably get about the same amount of damage. So you're just doing this, you'll get a wall break, Oki. Generally better to end like that if you're close to the wall and have the meter to spend. Other things, my other thoughts, her other super, her super, I don't actually do it that much because I don't I'm not usually in the air combo with people. That is a part I'm still trying to work on. But fun little tidbit I read, this is apparently, if I can do it. Yeah, this move is apparently like plus, like a lot, which is kind of funny. Probably not something amazing to be throwing out there all the time, but it is something to know, and it's something I don't think people that don't play Geo are going to know. So they're probably going to be trying to, press buttons to punish you like that. He's going to, oh, I'm going to get a hit, which he did because I wasn't pressing buttons. But nope, see, he gets counter hit. Crazy, right? Wow, a super that's plus on block. Who knew? You can't obviously be anti-aired out of it. It's a dive kick. So that's going to be my thoughts, just my quick little guide to playing Geo. I hope you enjoyed and found it useful. Let me know in the comments what you think, or if you have any tech that you can share. I'd be more than happy to know. Thank you so much, and have a great day.